if you could talk to us about the the way you say things, because I notice whenever you do your phrases, you have a certain pause, you put in tonality changes. Because I could say the same thing as Jim Gaffigan, but it will never get the same amount of laughs.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So how important is it, like how you say that, as opposed to just saying it?
I'm glad you brought this up. And the story I'm going to give you probably isn't going to make any sense, but it will for me. So my daughter's birthday was the other night. We all went out for a family dinner. We were talking in the car ride home. My son is really smart at math. My daughter struggled. So did I. We both figured out the reason why we struggled so much in math is we couldn't frickin' see. I had some serious neurological and visual issues. She had serious visual issues, undiagnosed for the longest time. The reason why I'm telling you this is my daughter eloquently put, hey, it was super hard for people like Dad and I because we had to figure out math all on our own by listening to the teacher and verbally communicating because we couldn't see what the hell was on the board. Okay? The reason why I'm bringing that up is my verbal skills along with my daughter's had to become like ace because I couldn't see until I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. So my natural speech pattern is super fast. Like I can talk 100 times faster than I can write. So the long answer to your question here in sales, I consciously sound like I'm trying to almost find the words because the reason why I'm like if this was a race car, the reason why I'm downshifting in my speech is not that I want to appear less intelligent, but I want to appear that I'm actually thinking and that I actually heard the person that I'm talking to. Now, in reality, this conversation that's going on right now in my head is painfully slow. So what I do purposely when I'm talking to a prospect, when I'm talking to a client, when I'm talking to an existing customer, is slow down. The other thing that I do, Derek, and I'm glad you brought this up, is I purposely pause for 2 reasons. Number 1, especially when a conversation is going down the road of objections, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do this right now, a pause will allow that person to ruminate and think about it, and typically that pause ends in a better situation for me than a worse. The more I talk, the more they defend their position and they fight back. The more I pause, they'll be more likely to do it. Also, when I pause and allow them to keep talking, 2 things happen. If there is a problem, the person tends to solve their own problem. Hey, you guys don't have 5 a.m. classes. That's a real problem for me. Instead of jumping in and go, 7:30 is great, and we do have a 5 a.m., but it's on the weekends. Just pause, wait, 4 beats, and they'll be, but I did see you guys have a weekend class, and I guess I could do that, and I could do the 7:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's not ideal. I wish it was 5, but yeah, let's go ahead and do it, and they'll solve the problem. The other piece of the pause, and last one, I realize this is a long answer for you, but the other piece of the pause that I've had to do a lot lately, and maybe I'm just old and freaking grouchy, but I feel like the world has no more manners. I feel like there is no civility anymore. People are complete jackasses, both in our personal life. You go to dinner, kids are animals now. They're just freaking, like stuff is going everywhere in the iPad. It's a crazy world. Okay, it's a crazy world for us in sales. And people are rude at a level I've never seen before. People are obnoxious at a level I've never seen before. And people are entitled at a level I've never seen before. If somebody is rude, obnoxious, and entitled, I still want their money in most cases. I still want to do business with them. And what I found is when they're acting like that, the best thing for me to do is pause, right? Hey, Derek, Matt Easton wanted to reach out. I don't have time for that. So, but you did call, so what's going on, Matt? Now all of a sudden they downshift. The more I try and get a word in to somebody that's being a complete jerk, the more they're more of a jerk. So just pause, let it sit, let it marinate a little bit. So the tonality that you want is almost like you're trying to find the words, and make sure that you're using that pause a lot more than you normally would. The hard part is in your head. All of this is going really fast. If you like this video, I got you. I'm going to hook you up. Click the link in my bio. I'm going to give you the closing mini masterclass. It's normally $300. I'm going to pay for everything. You're going to close a lot more business. You're going to make a lot more money. You're going to have a lot more fun. And you're going to be like, Matt Easton changed my life. And I'm going to be like, yes, I did. Did we just become best friends? And you're going to say, yes, we did. And then you and I are going to be best friends, and it'll be great. So click the link in my bio so we can be friends and you can close more business, and I'll cover all the cost. See you there.